during the not so distant past, we'll say it that way, being at De La Riva's gym and Carlson's gym and all those gyms that you were training at the time, what was the general vibe like? What was it like to train there at the time?
It was definitely different, but I try to bring the same essence to my classes, which is you bleed on the mats and you laugh outside the mats. So when I start training, I was lucky that at where De La Riva was, it was so close to Carson, and most of those guys, those big name guys, their girlfriends, they used to train and do training at the gym that I was. Not jiu-jitsu, just physical, like gymnastics or, aerobics and stuff like that. So they will come to De La Riva to train because of their girls were there. So we will go regular class, just like most people do today, warm up, technique, and roll, right? The difference was there was no stopping for the wall. A lot of techniques that are forbidden today, they were not forbidden at the time. But De La Riva always tried to be very careful for what we do. Lucky for us, Carson hated, foot locks and stuff like that. So he didn't really care. So De La Riva didn't have that much trouble. It was just, you just train really, really hard, while you're on the mats, like you just train really, really, really hard. That was basically what we did. Like a lot of people do that today, but we got what people call the Nutella generation. Like they don't train as much, or, like when something happens, they'll like complain and stuff. We couldn't complain back in the day. And if you're in a bad position, you're like, oh, I give up. People are like, no, I didn't do anything to you. So you're going to have to try to get out of here, and there was more like that. And then the in class, people were more, it's not the right word, but they were more aggressive, like go, and they will cheer. And they will tell you, if they see you getting soft on some position, they will yell at you, and then you had to go hard all the time. And then we had the idea back in the day that if someone goes and passes your guard during training, basically he is a better man than you are. So you had to go and try to prevent and stuff. I see today, like people go to the gym, and I agree with that, by the way. Like it's a little more friendly, let's say it that way.
Sure.
Just so you know, Carson had 2 mats, one for white blue belts and everybody else. And he had a green mat that was just purple, brown, black. Right. And on the purple, brown, black, they didn't even have a watch there. So you didn't even know how long you've been rolling most of the time until someone brings a clock or a watch, a stopwatch. But there are days that people just roll and they don't even know how long they've been rolling. So that mindset was a lot different back then.
What are some, do you feel like, advantages of that mindset and disadvantages, or maybe even pros and cons of training back then versus training now?
Well, a few pros is like you get tough. You get a lot tougher, like you don't care. You just go for it, But the con back then, like you go through injuries and then you pay a big price, as I can attest. Like I can tell you that if you don't stop when you're in a bad position, or tap when you should be tapping, you let the guy squeeze your arm a little longer, until the point that it's inflamed and stuff like that, which we did a lot back in the day. Then you're going to pay a steep price when you turn 40, just so you know. And about that. So I think the mindset was tougher, but also problematic in that matter, that you will get injured and you'll have to live with that.